Kò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
So all this while that you people come out to claim that, oh, the Nigerian economy is so bad. Oh, the Tinubu regime is dealing with us treacherously. We cannot do this. We don't have money to do that. We don't have money to do all of that. You people, we are running an investment, not even in Naira, but in dollars. And to make the matter worse, it's even a Ponzi scheme. Is that so? And none of you even thought it wise. None of you deemed defeat. None of you even said, let's cut Rochelle and Kiwi show. Just small soap. And let them know about the latest, what's happening in town. Since middle of last year, you people were investing, cashing out every 2 weeks in dollars. And you all kept quiet. Now, the Ponzi scheme has crashed. And you are everywhere crying and wailing like a wolf. If I turn my left, oh my gosh, I lost $140,000. I'm not ridiculing you. But I mean, something you did not tell us about. You want me to come and mourn with you? Even the Bible doesn't even agree on this one. The Bible says rejoice with your neighbor when they are rejoicing, and then when they are mourning, you also mourn with them. So you did not rejoice with us, and now you are mourning. You want us to come and mourn with you. I don't know how many years it's going to take Nigerians for us to wake up and face reality, or how many times things are going to happen to us before we learn our lessons. My fellow Nigerians, I want to ask you people a very simple question. Is it that history doesn't teach us any lessons, or we've decided to just be playing deaf ears and be playing like we don't care, or that nonchalant character to things that ought to actually guide us or tell us how to act when it is time for us to act? Ponzi scheme is as old as mankind. Yeah, I choose to say like this because even before it became very popular in the year 1920 because of Charles Ponzi. Maybe you've heard about that name, but Charles Ponzi made Ponzi to be very, very popular. And before then, Ponzi scheme has always been in existence. But because of how Charles Ponzi came out in the year 1920 to deceive people to invest in a particular platform that he came out with, people actually lost a lot of money. When I'm talking about money, I'm talking about millions of dollars. And it was after that that the US government got him arrested. And from there, the rest has been history. People keep repeating the same thing. Even in Nigeria, in the year between 2015 or 2014 to 2017, 2018, we had different Ponzi scheme platforms. We had MMM. Even before MMM, we had Shine Bobo in some parts of Nigeria. We also had Chimac. We also have Twinkers, peer-to-peer, name it. Different names, different platforms by scrupulous elements. They all came up with it, all to do what? To defraud people of their hard-earned money. After all these things that have unfolded, Nigerians, to be specific, have refused to learn their lessons. They keep falling into the trap of these Ponzi scheme investors. They just come and tell you, sell a very beautiful story to you. Oh, put this some money in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you are going to get 100% return of investment, and you just dive into it. Who even told you that you invest a certain amount of money and in that shortest period of time, you are going to be getting 100, even a legitimate business? Go ask every genuine business person out there, how do they get their profit? Is it something that you make a 100 ROI in 2 weeks? So Ponzi is not a new thing. It's something that has been in existence as far and as old as mankind. But it's not left for you as an individual to learn your lessons and also shun that act of greediness, because so many persons indulge in Ponzi because of greediness. And very recently, we had Crypto Bridge Exchange, coming back to swindle Nigerians of their hard-earned money. So this was how it all started. They started this particular investment platform where people invest in dollars. So you change your Naira to dollars, and in 2 weeks, you make 100% of return investment. Very interesting, very enticing. I'm not going to blame all of you that actually invested in that platform, because me, if it was that time, back then, then, when I used to be a victim, I would have also fallen for it. If I don't even fall like 4 yakata. But right now, hey, nothing will ever make me to invest in any Ponzi scheme platform. Never. So CBEX came, and then people were earning, investing their dollars. Even some persons there bringing people under them. I learned that in one street in Nigeria, a man actually brought all his street members, all the people in his street. Probably the man is good with all those, bring 2 persons, then those 2 persons will bring another 2 persons. You keep building the tree because there's always a commission for every referral that you bring. So people were earning in dollars, they were cashing out. Not until sometime April in this year 2025. The platform now decided to do some shaky. And from this shaky, it just did boom. It disappeared. And you see, all this Ponzi platform, right? They have same format. And what is this format that I'm talking about? They would first of all come, promise you this, promise you heaven and earth. And then before it starts to crash, before it starts shaking, one person will come out and give people a hint of what is about to happen. Because this was exactly what happened with CBEX. One person came out and said that CBEX is going to crash very soon. And Nigerians are going to cry blood. Like, I mean the investors. And then before you know what was happening, damage control. CBEX held a full-blown seminar. Called all its investors and said, don't mind them. They are just haters. They are hating. And that's on period. Don't mind them. Nothing is going to happen to this platform. Your money is safe. Don't worry. If you are yet to be paid, you are going to be paid very soon. And before that time, there was also a delay in payment. Once you see any platform, investment platform, where payment is going out swiftly and all of a sudden it starts slowing down, that is a sign of Ponzi. I'm still going to share tips on how to identify a Ponzi platform. But let me finish narrating what actually happened with the almighty CBEX. So as they had that seminar, they were just telling people, calming them down. You know how you are actually perturbed or disturbed by something. They will call you, give you a chilled bottle of something and say, don't worry. In fact, if you invested little, this is the time for you to go and invest back. People want to label us back. They want to discourage other people from coming in. This is the time for us to show them that we are great investors. We have come to stay. Now, they not even encourage people to invest more. And all of course, they went back and even invested more, like added more money. Maybe if some invested with, let's assume $200, they went and increased it to $400. So when it's time to cash out, they are going to cash out plenty, and come and disturb us on the street of social media, or even disturb our peace with Obule. I'm now a new taker. I've come with plenty money. So after that seminar, just very few days after it, the next thing, the investors on this platform start crying. We start seeing videos, we start seeing pictures, and it was even worse in Ibadan. Like, how did it become very popular in Ibadan? What exactly happened? Because I, for one, I never ever heard about CBEX until it crashed. So people were now crying on social media, oh, my account balance, it has cleared. I don't have any money there. And from, crying that the account balances are wiped off, the website is now Otila, Irango. I'm supposed to be pitying all of you, but I'm not also pitying you people, because this Ponzi scheme, they've come out, they've dealt with people, and anyone that crashed will always hear the story, yet people have refused to learn. They are still adamant. It's greediness. It's that gets rich money syndrome. You want to make it immediately, something you know that it's not going to happen. And some persons, they actually have luck when it comes to, the Ponzi scheme. There are some people that they can easily cash out and they just know, I don't know, like it's just natural for them. Then they have some persons that once they put their money there, even if they start with others, because they would always tell you, if you actually want to benefit in a Ponzi scheme, that you should start when it starts. Some people, even if they start when it starts, even if they start in the middle, even if they start at the bottom, like as long as they don't put their hand for that Ponzi scheme, it's not going to favor them. It's going to crash. So let's cut down our greediness in this country. Let's cut it down, because if not, why will these people always come and have their way? And it is same format every year, every day, every time. They just go collect this person's prototype, and come and give it to Nigerians. And the most annoying part is this. We have regulatory bodies in this country that are supposed to checkmate the activities of these illegitimate investors, of these illegitimate investments, but they're not even doing their job. Now imagine SEC coming out to say that they do not have idea about CBEX. They don't even know that it's in existence. Are you for real? And it operated for almost a year. And EFCC and Interpol, to God be the glory, there is hope for you people that lost your money, because they are now collaborating to go and fight CBEX and make sure that they retrieve the trillions of naira and trillions of dollars that Nigeria lost. But I'm just pitting all of you. If I were in your shoes right now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to move on. Because if you're relying on EFCC and Interpol to recover that money, then you are actually the most delusional and the most deceived person in this country. Yeah, they're going to work, but I don't know where that work is going to take them to. Now, let me quickly share some tips with you, because some persons are actually victims of this Ponzi scheme, not because they know how to identify a Ponzi scheme, but because they don't know. And some know, and they've decided to always get themselves involved. I tried sampling someone's opinion as regards to this CBEX issue, and the person told me something. In this life, it's all about taking risks. It's better you take risks than you don't take risks. Where's this, sir? Mr. Risk Taker, keep taking risks till the day you take the one that is going to take your life. So as you take risks, make sure that you take a measurable risk. There are risks that can be measured. There are risks that are important. There are risks that are necessary. Do not go about taking silly and stupid risk. Now, for how to identify Ponzi scheme, the number one tip is any investment platform that promises you a high return in a short period of time is a scam platform, and it's being run by scammers. They are going to take your hard-earned money and do what? And disappear. Like when they disappear, you are not going to see them. Aside the high return of investment, there is also little or no risk. See, truth be told, there is no business, there is no investment without risk. So if you see any platform that is telling you that there is no risk, just know that it's a warning sign. I mean, it's a red flag or even a red billboard, and what it's saying is you should do what? Run. Then the second tip is, you see any platform that is not registered or licensed by regulatory bodies, I mean Security Exchange Commission and others, it is not registered or even registered with a CAC, do not ever invest in such a business, because when you do, there is no how to trace them. And it's even worse when it's online. Even if they have a physical store. We've had some of these Ponzi schemes like Shine and Chimac that all had physical stores or physical offices. Were they apprehended? Yes. Did people get their money back? No. And are they working are they working free? I mean, the persons who brought such investments, the scammers, yes, they are living their life to the fullest right now, and nobody is holding them accountable. Even the federal government has come out to say, do not invest in any Ponzi scheme, because the government is not going to help you. So when you invest and you lose, you call on the government, you are simply wasting your time. So before you put your money into any platform, into any investment, do your due diligence by visiting these relevant regulatory bodies, searching for these companies, search for their names. If they are not registered, they don't have any official contact address, you should do what? Run. Then number 3 is when these particular persons, these investment platforms do not tell you, a well-detailed explanation or a well-detailed breakdown of how they are going to make money, of how you are going to get 100% return of investment. It also means that you should lie, because every business is going to tell you, okay, it's either you invest 100 naira and we trade with it, we do buying and selling with it, and in 2 or 3 days, this is what we're going to sell. At the end of the month, this is what you're going to get. You get that kind of explanation. But when there is no explanation, they're not even telling you what the money is going to be used for, what they are going to do. You just need to run, because all they do is to use your money to pay someone who had earlier invested, and then look for a new investor to collect money from that person and use that same money to pay you. And this is how they keep recycling it till they get to the point where there are no new investors coming again. And before you know what's happening, the platform will just crash. And also another way to identify a Ponzi scheme is when there is a difficulty receiving payment. All of a sudden you hear, oh, our site is going on maintenance. Oh, we are so sorry. We are having some glitches. We are having some setbacks, some technical errors. Just give us some days. What it means is you should start preparing for your breakfast, because if it's about that breakfast, you're gonna receive it. You are going to eat it hot, 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 hot. And lastly, another tip to identify a Ponzi scheme is when they are always in search of a new investor. When they are always out there looking for who is going to invest. What it means is that they solely rely on new investors for them to actually thrive. Because without these new investors, there's not going to be that recycling. It's just going to be stagnant. So they need your money. They need you to even go and bring your compound people, bring your village people for the money to keep doing what? Going around. This and many other tips are ways to identify Ponzi scheme. I know some of you have coconut head, they hear what? Your ears are for fancy. Even after rolling out these tips, you will still go out there tomorrow and run into the hands of these people and become their next victim. But it's going to save you the tears. It's going to save you the stress if you channel your money into right investment and get away with get rich quick platforms. It doesn't work. They are going to disappear with it. And if you're always lucky with it, kudos to you. I just hope that one day you don't become unlucky. And if you're always unlucky, if this is your first time with CBEX, my condolences. I sympathize with you. I'm so sorry, but I'm still not sorry. See, forget how I'm sounding. I was once a victim, and never again will I be a victim. And what even killed me, that's why I said that people invest in Ponzi because of greediness. So mine was actually out of greediness. But that story is a story for another day. But one lesson has been learned. And what is it? Never ever invest in a Ponzi scheme. Sometimes the investment capital might be as little as 1,500 naira or from $100 and above. But do not fall for their trick. It's always very enticing, very promising. Do not ever fall for it. Some persons have been crippled. Some persons, they have died untimely. Some persons have gone to meet their ancestors when they're not supposed to because of what? They invested in the wrong platform. Now, let me hear from you. Have you ever benefited from Ponzi scheme? And have you also lost your money in Ponzi scheme? Let me hear your own experience with a Ponzi scheme. And if you are one of the victims of CBEX, how did you get involved in it? The comment section is very free for you to share your mind, for you to share your thoughts, as well as your experience. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us today on The Kiwi Show. And please do not forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and also share this video. My name is Rochelle. See you some other time.